Anybody else?
Raven Martinez, Parsons. Was it going to be like about the video recording of the meetings, or was that going to be just, do you know?
That's something that I'm going to bring up later, yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, will we be able to weigh in at that time, or are we going to need to weigh in during our public comments? We're going to have to do it before, during public comments.
Up to the mayor.
Okay.
Well, I mean, what,
So that's in the case.
why don't we put it on the agenda then for Monday?
Okay.
I mean, if you want to talk about it now, I don't have a problem doing it. It is a work session.
Yeah. We can talk about it now?
Okay, well, I just want to bring up then, I guess, recordings. I guess one of the things is I was going to say, I know there seems to be a lot of people that are absolutely against it. Some are absolutely for it, some are against it, some say audio, some say, there's just a whole lot of different opinions on the situation. It's been brought up that it's going to cost the city a lot of money. I don't know if, again, she's not here today, but I don't know if the city manager has brought information to any of the commissioners at this time regarding the possible costs.
Not at this time.
Okay, because during the July 20th meeting, Mayor Perez did direct her to do so at that time. And that's over 3 months ago. So, and prior to that, it was also requested that information be brought up. At first, I was for televised. I'm still for televised if it was my preference. But if I need to compromise or negotiate, I guess, if you will, I think audio would be okay as well. I do have a question concerning why it's not available online already. Because I noticed it was back in May, I came and requested a copy of a meeting, you know, the recording, and I expected to get a cassette tape. I was hoping somebody I knew had a player I could use, but they gave me a CD. That tells me that somebody in the city has the ability to digitize these audio files. And when I opened it on my computer, they are already digitized onto MP3 files. So it is absolutely no cost to the city, and it takes literally 2 minutes. I uploaded it online in 2 minutes for the city to upload an already MP3 file to their website. And so I don't understand why they would not do that at this time. There's absolutely no cost and 5 minutes of manpower to accomplish that. I don't know.
Just to answer one question was asked, we do have the technology. However, you're talking about upload of an MP3. It takes the exact same amount of time that the meeting is, because it's being taken from cassette and put into a digital file. Yeah, see, we can't speed the cassette forward. The cassette plays.
I understand, but what I'm saying is if I come up here and I request, or I guess I should say, if I come up here and I request that, like I've done, and they've told everybody that they can do so, if you want a copy of the meeting, you can come up, make that request, an open records request, and they charge you $3 for the CD. If they are already going to do that, if they're already putting the files into an MP3 file.
We're only doing it when they're requested. That was.
So is there no backup to these at all? They're not on any.
Once they're transcribed, that's the minutes.
You don't keep these?
That's
We keep the tapes.
We keep
but we
them for
don't.
how long? And it's a certain amount of time. It's.
No, I think we keep them indefinitely. I mean, we don't destroy them after so many months or anything like that. Now, obviously, if
We only
something
put
happens-
ones on MP3 that are requested.
Correct.
Right.
So if somebody comes up every month and asks, they request that, wouldn't it be quite simpler just to go ahead and do that? And, I mean, because I guess I could come up and, or somebody, we could all start taking turns and come up and request every single meeting, request a copy of it.
You know, that is a lot of what's gone on. The reason some of this has been an issue, it's only been the past few years that the city commission has had problems with public comment up until probably 5 or 6 years ago, maybe less time than that. Most of the citizens who came to us were reasonable and used common sense and had a question and needed an answer. It was simple to take care of. Now it's a lot of times for some citizens a form of entertainment to come and kind of harass the city commission. And I don't think we were elected so that we could sit here and be harassed. But anyway.
I'm sorry, what relevance does that have to my question?
You certainly put me in that spot of feeling sorry sometimes too, but anyway, proceed.
Okay, so I hope that doesn't take up my time because he felt the need to respond to somebody else's comment during my time.
I'm sure you'll get your time.
Okay, because my question is regarding the simple fact of, if you're gonna charge a citizen that comes up and requests a copy of the minutes of the recording, $3 to get a CD copy of that, and you already have the technology to digitize those files into MP3 files, which are easily uploaded online. Takes 2 minutes, once it's made into an MP3 file, to upload that and put it onto the website. Why has that not been done? There's no additional cost.
So your request is to upload the audio and put it on the webpage?
Yeah, I mean,
Text?
if video
Okay.
is an because I know it's been brought up that there's different varying costs, so if video is too expensive at this time, or you wanna start out somewhere else and see what kind of, what kind of involvement, or what kind of,
Hits?
yes, thank you, that you're gonna get, why not start there?
Okay,
All right, thank you.
you're welcome.
Frank Barnett, Parsons. Gentleman who brought up last time, bad idea. I really think it is a bad idea.
What are we talking about?
One of the bad ideas, the banner deal.
Oh,
Bad idea.
oh, okay, well, I just didn't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, bad idea if you don't remember. I
I
think it is a
remember.
bad idea that we don't want to represent the entire city. We as a commission took an oath to represent the entire city. Is that correct? To the best of our ability. We want to divide. We want to take the west side of town and tell them we don't have to represent them. That's what's stated. My projection is if we hung banners for LC and Parsons in harmony, we might put the kids together, but let them be competitive. Let's don't divide it. That's what we're trying to do. We don't want to represent it. We need to represent it. And anybody, that any of you as a commissioner resent that idea, ought to walk, ought to resign, when you can't take common open sense and entire city and bring it together and say, we are eligible and smart enough to entertain the idea of trying to produce the harmony in this thing. We're not enemies. We want harmony, we want competitiveness. That's what it amounts to. So anybody that believes that ought to just walk away and resign. I don't think they're taking the oath to represent the city in a fair and just and transparent manner. Thank you.
Has anybody on this commission been approached by LCHS about the banners? Just a pot stir.
Okay. Anybody else?